Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our live stream. We are live doing a playtest of my new game, Mimic. If you are part of the playtest and you've got a key and want to join the playtest, please do. More people that help us out, the better. If you don't know how this works, if you've seen this previous weeks, I take notes of all the bugs and various things we need to fix. So each week I just work on the bugs and add new features and adjustments, things like that, and put them into the game. Now, everything that we've done last week has all been ticked off in the book. So we now have some more things to test. Not only do you have to test those fixes, but I also put in a few gameplay adjustments as well. So now when you're the Mimic, if you go into Mimic form, I needed a way to entice the player out of Mimic form back into human form. So what's going to happen now is that when you're in Mimic form, there's a hidden timer that slowly ticks up, and when it reaches at the end, it increases the chance the android coming to chase you directly. So you don't want to stay in Mimic form. And eventually we'll put some UI in the game to sort of announce that to the player, so like, hey, heads up, you're vulnerable. Get back to human form as soon as you can, and this should hopefully make the Mimic gameplay feel much like duck in, duck out, duck in, duck out, which is kind of what we wanted to try and do more so, try and encourage them to be hidden amongst the crew. So that's the newest feature we added to it. There are still a few bugs that I know about. I know some animation glitches that I can't explain yet. I'm working on those ones, and mostly just animation things, really. But we'll jump into that too. Proximity chat, I think, is going to be working better now. We increased the range of it, so you should be able to hear people a bit clearer. I'm not going to go into Discord at first, because I've got a feeling my Discord app interfered with the games in voice chat. So we'll see if it works. For some people it worked, some people it didn't. But I'm going to just see if that was my issue or not. But yeah, also, news to announce. We announced it last week. We got investment. So the game and the studio in general has now got investment for Mimic and our next game. So thank you so much to our investors for supporting me and what we're trying to do here and the games we've got to make as well. Mimic is something that's really starting to show real strong promise now, and it's getting tighter and tighter each week. So thank you again to everyone who's playtesting to help us through that. It really has helped out massively. But yeah, we've got investment. Let's jump into the game screen here. Hold on. Okay. There's a few other things I've done with like UI adjustments and changes here and there, polished a few bits, odds and sods. Yeah, not a massive amount, but enough. So yeah, I'm gonna jump into a matchmaking game. And if you have got a key and want to join the game, head over to matchmaking. You should join our room, like so. You'll notice as well in a minute. I made some graphical glitches that happen on the screen here, so you can see every now and then the UI does a sort of graphical glitch, almost randomly. I thought that was quite a nice little touch, and I think I might put that elsewhere in the UI. Cheers, Iron, for joining us. Mix there. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I quite like the little glitch effect. It's quite nice. Relatively simple to do. Okay. Iron, I think me and you will just jump in, and we can easily test if prox chat is working. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Let's jump into and take a look at what we've got going on. So we've got a few things to verify and check. Yeah, but for the prox chat, you hear me. Can you hear me? I think I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you not hear me at all? Hold on.
Hello?
Hello?
I can't hear you by those things.
Okay, hold on. It might be... I've got to finish my computer setup. Let me see if I can figure out what is going on there. Let me just close Discord entirely. One sec. Test. No, hang on. Sound settings. Input mic in. I'm just going to go through some different microphones here to see if any of these will come through. I wonder actually if I put in stream mix, would that work? Testing. Test. No. Yeah, see. That's the microphone. Yeah, see, I've got why can't that test? It's annoying. Anyone watching, if you if you're prox chatting a game and you don't have it working, what is usually the culprit? Because if I can hear, like, I can hear him, so he can definitely. It's definitely reading something. It's just I can't. Definitely my microphone. So it's definitely transmitting something. It should use the default mic. Whatever you got set up on your computers, the default mic, it should use that. This is default for communication as well. Maybe this will work. Anything? No. No. Hang on. Device a quick step. Set your headset as default communication device for both input and output. Game settings. Verify that voice chat is turned on and that you are using open mic rather than push to talk. Yeah. Update drivers. Privacy, maybe. Let's check and see if it's got permission. Hold on. Microphone privacy settings. Let apps use this. So maybe. Yeah, see, it's currently in use. It says it's in use. Like, how's that not working then? Open to ideas. Yeah, that would be my fault too. No, Tim, I can hear him. I can hear Iron typing away on his keyboard. Oh yeah, you could. Yeah, we could try you hosting afterwards and see if that does it. Let's test a few. Let's test a few other things. That makes sense. It could be a host client thing. It could well be. Okay. Well, let's check out some other things. So first of all, our menu should now only show the objectives in those 3 locations on the tab screen. Just fine. I should be able to throw sus on Iron. Now I'm the agent, Iron's the mimic. I know he's the mimic, so technically I'm working with him. He doesn't know I'm the agent. That should work there. Iron, try throwing sus on me. Look at me and push Q. No. Oh yeah, it worked. Okay, cool. Yep. So I'm looking at the bar in the corner. That is your sus meter essentially. So you can, and that meter is then used by the Android NPC to navigate around. Okay, next thing we're going to check is we're going to check the Android's navigation, because last time he kept getting stuck on some collision things. Now I went through the map and painstakingly went through the map and sorted out some collision stuff in it. So hopefully he's not getting stuck anywhere. So yeah, just a matter of trying to find him now. Just realised. No, he's fine. Yes, I did painstakingly save it this time. So that music means he's near. Which is annoying, because that means that this is where he starts. So I'm guessing he's got stuck on something. Yep, there he is. Oh shit. Oh crap. I've got some new animations in the works for him as well. That's being worked on. He's going to be able to throw you faster and not so close to his body, so you don't clip through, which is what we're seeing there. Okay, so one little bug I noticed is that when he picks you up, you drop any item you're holding. So I was holding the fire extinguisher when I got picked up and dropped. So I've dropped it, but the UI is still showing for that, so I've got to fix that. Obviously, if I pick it up and drop it again. Oh, that still shows. So, okay, the drop isn't registering to turn on my use button there in the corner. So I need to fix that. Minor problem. And we're going to do find the valve wheel, hack data terminals. So let's hack some data terminals. Iron, do you want to just start going through trying to complete objectives so we can see how they're doing? That one, that one, that one. Yep, there he is. I I've also realised another thing that could be causing issues with the proximity chat is me streaming it. Maybe because that's taking the microphone and stealing it. Bit weird thing to happen if it did, but no. Panicked. Obviously, we're missing a load of sound effects. That's not a given. I think audio is just one of the things I'm going to constantly go back to and keep adjusting. Why am I getting a notification for that? So I shouldn't be getting a notification for this because that's not one of the objectives. Valve wheel, terminals and thing are not part of that, so... Do. Got that one. Canisters. So normally the game is played with 5 people. Canister. There's multiple of all the objects you need. They're just scattered around the map. I think there's one in here. Okay, you got stuck with progress. Okay, I'm gonna try the valve wheel as well and see if I get stuck with it. Oh, okay, that means you've dropped it and picked it up again. Okay, hold on. So that's not the right one. There's 3 of them. One's missing. That's not that one. So it'll be in the storage room. But it's odd that you get. But where you? So hang on. Did you get progress UI? I shouldn't have done. Hang on. Let me just check that. Oh yeah, you do. Okay, you got to turn it off. That's a bug. So you shouldn't get any progress UI for that because it's done already. Well, I'm stuck with that now. Can't move. Okay, so that's bugged out there. Oh. Ah, you had one HUD marker. Okay. Yeah, I think the HUD markers are all going a bit weird. And you can eat your own human corpse. Okay, we've got to fix that as well. Okay, I'm stuck. Okay, let's come back out of menu. Okay, so Iron, do you want to try hosting? I'm going to come out of the return to main menu. If you go back to main menu, and and then go back to matchmaking and start a room and just tell me in chat when you are in, and I can jump in. Meanwhile, we'll make notes on a few things there. So we had UI showing for non-interactive items, e.g. pipe valve. And I think I might be revisiting a lot of the okay, so yeah, okay. I might be I'll probably at some point we'll revisit all the objectives to either streamline them or I don't know, just change something about them. So there's not so many steps in a couple of them. Some of them are a lot easier to do than others. Like the valve one's probably the longest one out of them all, so that one will probably get changed in some capacity. Yeah. Last week we discussed in chat, and this would be good to get people's opinions actually on this. So obviously we want to make game as scary as possible, right? And so obviously the Android being a threat if it doesn't start. Oh, that was another issue, wasn't it? The Android didn't start moving straight away. We'll see if that happens again this time around. Lobby up, cool. We've got to get voice chat working in lobby as well. I've been this week as well experimenting with making a character creator using Mutable. Some progress on that, but I think that would be like a post-launch update. Hell, Phasmophobia is only just about to add it, so I think I can get by a little bit of slack on not having full character customization just yet. But yeah. Oh, puppy. You was upgrading your secret pass level 3. You opened the door whilst I was in the progress bar and it didn't cancel the progress. It consumed the keycard and didn't upgrade my... Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, that is a fringe case, yeah. If door is opened whilst upgrading, it consumes the key card but doesn't upgrade. My handwriting gets worse and worse, I swear. Could barely make it out. Also check the settings here with Elgato stuff. It is available on Steam for wishlisting right now. We've got this is a private playtest we have going on. If you want to be part of the private playtest, you can become a Patreon member and you can get a key. Just got to become a Patreon member, ask for a key, and you get one. And you help out with the playtests. Okay, do you want to just start the room off, Iron? And we can see if my mic, if the mic issues restricted just to the server or the client. Okay, once again I can hear you. Can you hear me? No, I'm guessing it's just me. Yeah, no, you can't hear me, can you?
From you.
Yeah. I can hear you just fine. Okay, let's see if the proximity chat distance works. Make a constant noise, and I'll walk away from you to see if the occlusion works, okay? Just make any noise you like. So you stand still and do the noise, okay?
Blah 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 la 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 la.
Keep going. Okay. Keep going. Oh crap.
In a cryo lab.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking in my head. It might be OBS doing something. I think we'll have to do a test without it, but obviously we'll need it to work with it so people can stream it and talk to each other and things like that. Oh shit.
Testing.
I'll tell you what, one of the most annoying things to develop on is a multiplayer based first person animation that is synced. It causes so many headaches. Why is he stuck there? Oh shit. I'm dead. Oh, we've done another little feature you'll see in a sec. So I added stuff to the Omen. So the Omen does this weird camera turn thing. Now, well, I'm getting stuck on something. I don't know what I'm getting stuck on. What am I getting stuck on? Yeah.
Oh, is it doing it to me?
But as you can see, I'll turn it, like, does a little sway with the camera. But I'm getting stuck on something. What am I getting stuck on?
Oh.
Well, you're getting stuck on collision. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's doing it to you as well. What? That shouldn't happen. How the hell is it doing that to you? It's a fun roll, but yeah, it shouldn't be happening to you. Okay, so Omen's camera rolls affecting you as well. Okay, that's an odd one.
I thought it was something you were doing to mess with me. Like,
oh. No. Omen camera roll affecting others. Omen collision issues. Yeah, that's an odd one. That's quite a nice little thing. It makes it look more swayed, like more like Evil Dead camera-esque. You know, woo. More like a spirit.
It's so nauseating when you've got no control over it.
Oh, okay. So it's my camera doing it to you. Okay. So let's see if we can make him throw up. Right, I'll leave the game. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we'll figure out about that. we may jump into the engine a little bit after the stream to tackle a couple of these little issues, because they seem like little easy things we can fix. Yeah, so I was literally about to say, so obviously we wanted to make it scary. They obviously not ideal situation. You usually would have 5 people, Android and all that would be working, Mimic would be chasing you down, things like that. But environment-wise, we were thinking about last week about introducing more environmental threats. So things like explosions, electricity, things like that could harm you, or cause you concern to slow down, or take more notice of the environment and pace yourself a bit better, or like to you when you're playing a horror game. When walking around the horror environment, what makes it scary for you? And that's what I want to get some feedback on. Like, what makes it scary for you? There are a few things we are limited by. So things like Resident Evil, a single player game like that, it's very easy to do that because we can teleport characters around without no issues. Here we can't do that because people could be anywhere. We have no idea where they could be. So we can't teleport the android or Mimic around. It has to be something like that. The other thing was in games like Phasmophobia and other games like that, for example, they rely on supernatural. That's a supernatural horror. So you can do things like the ghost just magically pops out of nowhere. We can't do that because it's grounded sci-fi horror. Okay, so it can't just pop out of nowhere. So I've been like looking at Alien, for example, Alien Isolation in particular, to see what they're doing, to see how they are approaching that level of threat. And I think for them it is more like a vulnerability thing. Dead Space is another good one to look at. True. Yeah. But what makes that scary though? What makes that scary? That's the problem. Is like trying to put in a bubble and try to explain it is very difficult. It did a lot with sound. Yeah, true. It did. Yeah. Maybe we have to just do more extreme sound design stuff. Obviously, as I said, not all in there. Try and do something like that. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, that's right. Red Mist. Could use events. The alien in this game though is player controlled, so there are events. The player can walk around them, but so can other players too. You can all walk around and things like that. That's not a problem. Yeah. Let's quit out of here. Let's bring up the engine, see if we can fix a couple of things that are in that list. Possibly grab the player when walking by, slowing the player down. What grab the player? The android or the Mimic? I mean, the Mimic player can attack players. But again, remember, the Mimic is a player. They have like autonomy about what they do. The android will grab you. He'll knock you back and grab you, do those sort of things. That's pretty standard stuff. Yeah, it's difficult, Red Mist. It is, yeah. It is difficult. So I looked at games. I looked at like all the ones that are made from movies. So like Evil Dead, Friday the 13th, Halloween. Look at what they do. They all have again benefit of some element of supernatural to get away with some stuff. I mean, if you're supernatural, you can literally pull it out of your ass and it'll be fine. But yeah, the sustained threat is where we have tried doing more so. The jump scares are more player driven. So like the mimic jumping on you, that should be the jump scare. The android grabbing you should be the jump scare. Intense pursuit, yeah. And I think the pursuit. I think we used to have like chase music. I took it out whilst testing this other new music technique out. We'll put some more back in to get that chase and make it more like dun 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 dun, dun moments. I think that would be good. Yeah, the mimic is kind of the same way as an imposter Among Us, yeah. I think a lot of it's going to be like sound design. A lot of sound design. Like thinking about all the various things we could do. A lot of it is going to be just amplifying the sound. Yeah. We need like a signature sound, I feel like Alien has the radar tracker noise like doo doo, and also has the siren alarm, like that screeching siren, if you know what I mean. They do that really well. It has that sort of language in the audio design. Maybe I need to think about some environmental sounds that can be really stand outish, so not music but more in-universe sound designs that are just creepy as hell. And they also have lots of analog noises as well in Alien, like the sound of like click clacks and tapes whirling and things like that. Yeah, some violin sounds. Could probably use my daughter's violin. I haven't played Silent Hill F. I need to try that. So ideally what we want to do is make it so just walking around that environment should be scary. If we took out the android, took out the mimic, and you're on your own, just walking through that environment, that should be enough to be uneasy and unsettling. Until obviously you get more comfortable with it. But I feel like that is maybe a good goalpost to look at, is can we make it as unsettling as possible with just the environment? Be it through environment noises, environment hazards, all those sort of things. They may be things to look at. Yeah. Okay, we got. I say this is back in the project. We'll take a look at a couple of things here. So we got the Omen camera. We'll do that one first because that was quite a funny one. It's hard to test, but it should be fine. Should be able to find this use of that. So the Omen camera is, if I go to characters, spectator pawn. The smoke isn't volumetric, is it? In parts of the ship it is. But the rest of it, like particle effect wise, no. Okay, so this is why. It's because I'm getting on event tick and getting the player controller, and that's changing the control rotation. So I only want to do this if this is a controlled pawn. Local is locally controlled. There you go. That'll fix the problem that you were seeing there. Iron, just that in there. A lot of the smoke is bright, yeah. Which smoke were you referring to, Red Mist? Let's take a look. Let's also take a look at here. The valve wheels. These shouldn't be interactable if they're not got their thing missing. So, it's because I haven't changed them over to the new interactive system. I need to do that. I won't do it right now. I'll do that later. Just another one of those ones I missed, that's all. Okay, let's take a look at the map then. Check out the collision issues that we were seeing with the Omen. And we also take a look, do a review of the aesthetics of the map to make it scarier. Icarus. Ship map. The Android talking. Yeah, it could be. That's something we could also think about. Because I was looking at Jack Baker as well quite a lot. And obviously he taunts you. Yeah. There's yeah, I know which one you mean. The little burst of smoke and steam. We'll take a look at that. Okay, so here we are on the map. Just so we can see where we're going. Here it is. Right, so there is smoke and steam going on here. So there's smoke. And then we also have steam jets going off as well, somewhere. But this is probably the one like type you're referring to, first of all. Which isn't like emittive or anything like that. This is more lit up by the environment. And that's maybe like cold, like dry ice sort of look. Let's play in here and take a look at the smoke. So yeah, I think it's because it's getting lit up by the torch, the flashlight. So we need to make it not be lit up by the flashlight, I guess, as much. Let's take a look and experiment with that. Is he gonna let me come back? Oh. What? I'm not trying to move it. Why is that think gas don't trap that one? Hold up. Why does it think giving yellow warnings there? I'm not trying to move it. I was trying to move on the. I'll take it off. I don't need that. Okay. Okay. So as a test, while we're doing this, I'm gonna see if I can put in a spotlight. Okay. Man, I can't remember when I made this thing. So it's going to be a material thing we need to change. Just, it doesn't look as bright here. Maybe, is that not bright enough? Where's the player character? Let's see what brightness we got to the character. Mm. 1000. Not CDs. Hang on. Ooh. 1000. Oh yeah, well, there was that. Yeah, that still doesn't look as bright as it was in game. There's the right units, wasn't it? Yeah, unitless. Yeah. So what could be causing that to look brighter in game than it does in the view? Curious. Well, let's get it exactly right. So this is a rect light of the character's flashlight. So I'm just going to copy all the properties in that category, and then that's a spotlight. So we just change it out for a rect light. Right. Ah, there you go. That's why does that look so different? Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, maybe change the character to spotlight. It was a red light only because there was a model before, but took it out. Let's change it to a spotlight. Camera spot. Yeah. And change it to 1000. Give it a slight source radius of say 10. Yeah, maybe 15. The range of it, red light, 1000. 1000. Okay, let's take off that red light. Also, I'll give this spotlight a oh, what have I done here? Oh, that's for the lighting. Hold on. And Yeah, I'll give it a light profile as well. So or light IES texture. That's what I want. So if you don't know what an IES texture does, we'll see what it looks like. Hang on. Let's bring in a spotlight. Change that to unitless. 1000. Okay. So if I point it to a wall, you'll see what I mean. If I put it there. So pretty even sort of spread. You can go to the texture here, and you can give it one of these to give a certain design to how the light should be spread out. That's quite a nice one. It all depends on the type of bulb. The shape of the bulb changes the light. I quite like that actually. Yeah. Still like lights up quite a lot, doesn't it? Yeah, you could ask something out of topic, sure. Let's adjust. What can we adjust here? What do you think is better for performance? Many static meshes or on a blueprint, or merged static mesh actor? A merged one will be better, but otherwise you can do a instant static mesh as well. The more components an actor has, the more you have to load up. If you're merging them inside the world, not the actor, occlusion is a problem you have to think about. It depends on like what kind of actor you're doing. If you're doing like a small section of wall, sure, merge them. But if you're doing something like a whole room, don't merge them, because you want to have freeze rendering trigger it properly. It's a classic answer of it depends. Volumetric scattering. I don't think this is a volumetric thing though, so that won't affect that. Let me check the material then that we've got for this thing. So here's the material. Let's try and sort ourselves out a bit here. Camera depth fade. Now we can mess around with the shading model. Maybe just do it on the other screen so I can see both at the same time. So I'm going to change this then. Let's try this to not that. Let's see what change that makes. So I've changed it to clear coat. I think it's just rendering it as black, isn't it? Yeah. Subsurface, but I think that's going to light it up too much. Yeah, too much. Thin translucent. must use the surface per pixel lighting, so translucency and lighting mode, changing that from volumetric to surface forward shading. Let's see what that does. It might be because I had it set to volumetric, thinking about it. Like lighting mode wise. Yeah, see, light catches it too much on that one. Let me change it back to default. I've changed the rendering of the lighting. Try this little change. Yeah, when it comes to things like this, Red Mist, it is a bit of experimentation to see what kind of works in the situation you're in, because the classic answer of it depends is more true than anything. It depends on so many different things. Like the setting, like this may look fine in one room, but not look different in the other room. So, yeah, we adjust. Yeah, it didn't do anything. Maybe I just tweak the opacity down a bit. So that I might do. Yeah, keep that there. That I might adjust in the actual particle itself. So we go to the particle system. So this is using Cascade, the old particle system. So in here we're going to have scale color over life, alpha over life. We got start at 0, 0, and then 0.4 to 1. It fades out. Unless this one's the fade out one. Change the there you go. Scale color. And bring that out to, although, oh okay, it's going down to 0, yeah. So halfway point goes to that, and bring that down to like 0.6. Because they're overlapping each other a lot, I think it's compounding it, making it more more opaque. Yeah. Save that. But now, like, without the light on it, is it? it's not too bad. This one, this one again. We're going here, and I got loads of points. Color over alpha over life. Goes up pretty high. Let's see if we can drag those two down. I can't do both at the same time. Like that. Maybe. Where did that spotlight go? Yeah. Give it that. Another thing I quite like the idea of trying to do is sort of like more lighting effects in terms of like emergency lighting. So, so similar to what I did with these stairs here. So you see how the slats are here? They're not real lights. I faked that with a light function. So if I go into this light down here, there's a light function on it. Yeah, give it scan lines, but make it look like that. It just projects that as a light source. So I was thinking of maybe doing something similar to that, where you could do. So, for example, if I add in as an experiment a red light in, turn it around, make that bit bigger. So something like that, and then we'll do. I was doing some tests with stringy materials as well, which worked out quite. It was quite cool, but I don't know how to implement it just yet. I would make it look like gunky, like sinew, but it was tricky. Are you using megalights? Currently, no. For performance, we took out lumen and megalights. Emergency lights. Here. So what I was thinking, having a sign mapped to time. Okay, so you've got this sort of going, but I don't want it to be like gradated. I would make it clamped. So we're going to do round. Like that. And then I want that to be only on sort of striped behavior. So if I take this sine wave here, and maybe if I actually take the U coordinate, put it into a sine wave, put it into the base color here. So here I'm going to take the sine wave and do a period of 0.4. So you get lines like this. I want it in only one direction, so I'm going to do masking. Just take out one of the masks, make it one direction, like that. Here we'll do round. So now we get barred like that. And then I want that to... What do I want to do? So you want to look at the section. So this one lights up, then this one lights up, then this one lights up, then this one lights up. Probably, actually, what I want to do is take that, multiply that by... Actually, need a basket first. Multiply that by 4. Round, then divide it by 4. That'll give us banded things like that. And I want to say light up each one sequentially as a flash. So it goes and make it type of noise as well. It'll like boom, 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 like that. So what I want to do is let's say if it's in range. Within range. No, it's not going to work. What do I want to do? How can I make it step? Like, bum, 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 bum. It's like a panner, but it's not exactly a panner. We wanted to set its timing. Could I do it with a panner? Well, I guess I could also add on to this. Closer. Let's slow it down a bit and see what's a bit clearer what's going on. 0.5. .1. No, it's not cycling through. It's just turning it off and on. That's not what I want. But you know what I mean? Like maybe like some sort of interesting like lighting effect going on. Like we've got siren things going around, turning around. That's quite interesting to do. I'm not too sure how I'd approach this. How to make it turn one on, one off via a light pattern. Smooth is no problem. Maybe let's start with smooth. So smooth and use that as a starting point. It might get inspired along the way. So yeah, so it's this going to here, sine wave, that there, round. That'll give us that. If I wanted to, actually, I could actually do a ceiling of that. There you go. And put into a panner. I don't think that won't make any difference. I don't think that'll do the same thing. I don't know. So we've got sort of that panning movement going on. But I'll show you as a light function. So if I put that as from surface here to light function. Oh, whoops. Come on. Put that into emissive. Like so. And then on here, you go down to light function. Like that. And we should see... That's faced the wrong way. But, hang on. Let me change that to use the Y. And then if we up the speed a bit, 2.5. 1. So you do things like ceiling fan type effect. Yeah, you can do stuff like this. I feel like if I can make that step, that might be more interesting to see. What if I did this as multiply that by 4, round, divide by 4 into there. Yeah, no different. Yeah, they do caustics and all that. Yep. Same deal. Like this would probably work better though, not in this corridor. It would probably work better in a much darker corridor where it's completely dark. Which there is one over here. Like that. And obviously combine it with a colour as well, so maybe like a more danger looking colour. Maybe change the sign's phase period, so let's change it to a period of 2 maybe. Yeah, the gap's too big on that one. Let's try doing it as I'm trying to do it without having to make a texture. Obviously you can do it for texture. 0.25, we'll make it too short like this. Which should look silly. Yeah. Back onto 1. It's just trying to get the step. That's the problem. Maybe I could do something with this time. So maybe I can do the time node. And I want to get that as... let's divide that. So the time node just ticks up. So it just counts the way up. So if I were to divide that by... let's say... Actually, if I do... I wonder, if I just do the truncate of it. So basically just the whole number of it. And put that in there. Ooh. We got halfway. Truncate. Done that. Time goes into there. I'm going to debug here the value here. So I'm going to debug scalar value. Put that as base color there. For now, just change it back to surface. You see the number? That's the time going up. Turn it off a sec. So the time going up there. And that's me truncating it down. Like that. Obviously if I put that in there, you see it goes up a lot smoother. So I just need to get the second part, don't I, really? That sort of timing, sort of like boom, 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 boom. And the panner kind of works. It's just the time value of it. I think it's going beyond that number. So if I were to plug that into there. Doesn't help. I need to really do debug float 2. So red channel, green channel. We're looking at green channel. That's what I'm masking out. So time is going into it. Or, I wonder, could I... I've got an idea. Let's take those two out. If I took the time values, not truncate it, but get just the decimal part of it. How do I get a decimal part of it? I can't remember now. What's the opposite of truncate? Mod. That's it. Modulo. Modulo. I guess 1. That'll give us the remainder, the decimal point. So decimal point here, I can then divide that by 0.25. Put in the time. Kind of. Let me make it go slower in the Y here. We'll change that to 0.1. No. Because what I'm thinking, like, the number wise, what divide would do is modulo leave the value. So when the time is like 0.3, return modulo return 0.3. The divide by 0.25 will equal 1. That's what I want to do. I want to do in here and then do the truncate of that. There we go. That's what we want. Yeah, okay. Right, can we use a step node itself? No, the step node is more useful for like rounding around. Like, we could probably do it for like here, but the ceiling does the job just fine. So let's change that back to a light function. I want to make this a different number. 0.1, 0.4. Yeah, see, it's not going to like that. 0.2. And we can slow it down by the time value here. We can multiply that by 0.2. There we go. Wait for the shaders to compile. Yeah, so it's like darkness, like appearing like dun dun dun. Also, I've got a flashing light in here too. I need to stop that from happening. That one. I mean, I may not actually use this thing. It's just an idea. But it gives the idea of more sequential lighting, you know? I feel that's more unsettling than, say, a flashing light or flickering light. Come up here. Go through the door. Tell me there's some sort of heavy click sounds, like big, like button click, like. That might be half decent. I can't see what I'm doing. That goes there. That goes there. Let's get that a bit longer there. Yeah, like that. We'll get a barn door as well. Like that. Be nice to get like a thinner strip. It's too much dark here, so maybe changing the sine wave over here from a ceiling to something else. Maybe you use a step, and we'll say step it between 0.5 maybe. What's the inverse of that? 1 minus. gonna. There are parts of this that it doesn't actually light up at all. It should go the way through. So the value here, modulo and then divided by, means it's going to be equaling 1, 2, 3. So I've got modulo of that. That'd be, let's say I've got 0.5 divided by 0.25 returns 2. Then 0.75 returns 3. So it never hits 1. It always goes to like 0.25, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Never hitting the full number of over the top. Yeah, no. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Dividing by a third might be a better one. That's a bit better. I actually feel like we actually get some darkness in there now. Yeah, okay, not bad, not bad. Yeah, to the step, yeah. Let's save all that. I say, don't know if I'm going to keep that in there, but I think tie that with a good heavy click, like light switch noise. That might be half decent. Let's see if I can find I've got actually click noises in here. And my sound effects folder, we got. Da 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 da. Trying to think what would be a good click. Modern UI ones. Where was that? Yeah. So we got. Let's see what kind of clicks we have in here. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Is it coming through? So you do one like that, but I feel like it needs to be heavier. More mechanical sounding. It might be one of these ones. I just need to maybe modulate it or change the pitch of it. Let's try this one. So what I'm going to do is on simple click sound 14 is I'm just going to make a audio cue for that. So it goes in there. Cool. And then I'm going to put that into a modulator. Bring the pitch down. Let's say 0.6. Volume minimax. I'm going to up it to 1.5. 1.5. I want to make it more bassy. Can we do bass on here? If not, I'll take it out and put it in Audacity. Mixer. That's a mixer. No. I'm not the best audio person, so a bit useless at this. Don't know. I think I might need to actually do an Audacity. It'd be easier to do it in there. But let's have a look at another one. If we've got any others, there's like footsteps ones in here. Impact noises, maybe impacts. That's too long. Yeah, these were too long. Real recorded guns, maybe do it as a gun. Like a click of a gun of some kind. Nah. I don't know. Impact, metal hard impact. I don't know. I'll play about it. I won't waste time now doing it, but yeah. But yeah, there's thoughts about like maybe like sparks and things that could hurt you, like maybe have a dangling cable that could damage you. Be the same. The problem is because I'm so used to this level now, I've been doing it for so long. Like none of it is scary to me, so or unsettling. I know exactly what I'm looking at. Need fresh meat to take a look at it, really. And adjust it like more dirt, more grime, maybe. Don't know. I don't know. Do we have a siren effect? Nah. That's fun. Yeah, so maybe like just make it more grimy, dirty looking. We started doing stuff like that all over the place. Maybe it just needs more of it. I don't know. You tell me. What do you think the environment needs to make it feel more jumpy? Maybe like we should make things just drop, like little triggers that randomly just drop like debris. That might be a thing to do. So, like for example, having let's go into here. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'll just put it in here for now. Triggered physics. And in there we'll have a mesh. And I want it a metal panel, basically. Panel. It's going to give me things like that. Maybe a vent panel. No, no, right. Yeah, well, let's try it with this thing. Does it have collision? Yeah. Why is it so complex? Don't need that. Let's remove that and add box. Done. That's all we need. Yeah, so this thing will just have like this. God, come on. And we'll add a box trigger. Not attached to it. And on the begin overlap here is a character base class. Do once. Take the box. Simulate physics. Like that. So if I were to put that, for example, in here, let me change it to unlit so I can see what I'm doing. We'll do that. Take the collider. Do that. Take the mesh. Move it up. How can you make it spawn in rather than it always being there? But if I push play now, because at the moment the steam jets have this sort of thing. So steam jets only fire off when you walk near them, as a way to try and make a jump. So maybe I could also do that as a more louder thing. Obviously it spawned me nowhere near the damn thing. One sec. Where's my flashlight gone? Oh, yeah. I pushed a debug key I've got in here by accident to do animation stuff. Obviously type with a sound effect, but can't see jack shit. Where's my flashlight not on? Guys, I don't... What's this? Switching the Android's active unit could be a thing the agent could also do. The agent can, yeah, the agent can click on their map and send the Android to a room. That's what they currently can do. Why has my character not got a flashlight on him? Is it sitting inside their face? Oh, hang on. Like the inactive Android. Maybe the Android can even switch its consciousness between them so that there's a fear risk of an inactive Android you're walking past, booting up. Okay. It could be an interesting idea. What's going on? I feel like their flashlight's not bright enough. Yeah, walking past mannequin type things, yeah. Could be interesting. It could like, be a random thing that happens. So you don't know if it's going to do it or not. Also, would be a way to unstick a stuck Android? Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be a thing we could do. I think I just need to. What I need to do is I think I need to play like Dead Space and just really just listen to the other sounds that are happening around the ship, because at the moment we ain't got much sounds. We've got some ambient noises with like vents and things, but no like whirs or clicks or things like that going on. Like, also got the shakes and the vibrations of the ship when it explodes, but that's about it. Yeah, I'll check out the documentary you sent. Yeah, we have got sparking wires, but I don't know. I can't remember if I made them noises or not. And I just need to do a whole sound pass on this whole entire thing, really. Yeah, so we've got like these sort of sparks. Do we have a spark thing? I don't think I have a spark sound effect or anybody in here. Spark. Oh, you got some spark. That's not any good. No. That's fire sparks. need that, but more on a, like randomly firing off. Don't I? I need it like looping. Could I? Yeah, put that in here like this, and we go to this thing here. The loop. And give it the attenuation settings. There you go. So might need to do more like randomized looping. Yeah, see. Sounds like a little drummer boy. That's fine. I can do that. Yeah, no, I don't have any. Need like welding as well. That would be a good one to have. Welding. Ah, no, it's not too bad. If I use the Q in here and do that one, go to the Q. If I put a modulate on that, make it sound a bit different each time. So I need to be faster than that loop, don't I? What if I delay this a little bit? Set the loop, that to loop, delayed by 0.1 and 0.3. Mix that. Yeah, change delay max here to 0.6. Although it's not randomizing the delay every single time, it sounds like. Okay, if I do it like that and then make this loop up here, can we do an overall loop? I don't know if we can or not. No. If not, I could do it in meta sounds and or Audacity and things. That's better. Yeah, of that. So, play that. Yeah. Furthermore, we could just tie it with the actual particle system as well. If I take out the audio, go to the particle system, and we'll make the audio happen here. So we'll just do an emitter like that, and not gonna have any renderer on this. Instead, we're gonna have the same burst as this one. So I'm gonna copy that, paste that on there. Not burst, sorry. The same timing as this one, so 0.8 to 1.75. Actually, I guess I could do. Yeah, hang on. If I go to this one and say, generate, no, not location. Loop duration every 1 second. I guess I just wanted to do 1 then. We'll just do spawn burst 1. Renderer, no. Particle spawn. Play audio. Yep. And direct set, play audio trigger, play audio. Yep. I forgot where you set the audio. Oh, it's over here. If I put that in there, not loop that, just so it fires off just once, basically. Attenuation. Well, that seems to be happening a lot more than that. Spawn burst 1. Change it to 2. Yeah, so you get it to messy when it's 1. But it should be synced with when these ones get spawned in too. Spawn time, that's probably where it's going wrong. Max time once. Yeah, it should be fine then. Let me set that to max time as well. So it should fling out at the same time as that. Why won't it play again? Don't know. Why that's not doing that at the same time as that? Look at that. That's firing off like one, da, da, da. Does it 3 times and stops. But I don't remember it doing that. So, so I started doing audio stuff over here. I'll tie it to that maybe. Update to newest version. Sure. Sure. I have to limit how many times it can spawn in now if I use it on this. It's not the worst thing in the world. Maybe just drop in some concurrency. Max count 1. We'll change that to V. Still doesn't do it though. Change it to 10. With trigger time, that probably doesn't help. Does it have to be something? Yeah, alright. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be doing it, does it? Oh, we'll see it in the actual level. That's not too bad, actually. Yeah, alright. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah. So this one will need like some sort of gassing sort of noise coming out of it. Needs to have little flames. Dunno. As I said, I think I just need to do a full like iterative pass on the whole level and just add bits into it. Maybe put a little gas sort of like bit in here while in an event. Maybe we'll jump. Yeah, I think that's quite nice. This thing's been annoying me though. That they are these things. It's been set to movable, but I didn't change that. When you're in player collision, if they're purple, it means they're set to movable. If they're blue, it means they're static. It doesn't, and it thinks it wants to move these things, but I told it to not move those things. Oh, maybe it's maybe the multiple. Yeah, that was trap 2. That was trap 1. Okay, that was why. Yeah, okay. I think that's what's the agenda for this week, is fixing a few bits here, animation-wise. I'm still waiting for a few animations to be made, but once they're in, I can put them in here. But yeah, massive thank you for everyone joining us today as we playtest and adjust and build on this to make it as good as it can possibly be. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. We're live again tomorrow for question time, so if you have any questions you want to ask about Unreal Engine, game dev, or anything you want to do, maybe you want to know more about how the investment came about for Mimic, for example, we can answer those questions live tomorrow, same place as usual. So thank you very much everyone. If you want to support the channel and support Mimic, head over to patreon.com/Ryan Laley. You can find all our videos early from just $1 a month. And if you want private training or tuition on using Unreal Engine or making your own game, or maybe you want help fixing some bugs, consider becoming a Diamond patron or sign up to private sessions over on RyanLay.com. So thank you so much everyone for watching. Have a good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.